Hey everybody, this is Greg coming here with another Fundrise video. Today we're going to be going over a new acquisition that Fundrise made for the Interval Fund. It's called Willow Springs. It's in Hazlet, Texas, I think just outside of Fort Worth. Right before we get to this though, just make sure to hit that like button if you like what you see, and at the end if you like what you're really seeing overall, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll be able to see more Fundrise videos and other videos that I kind of sprinkle out throughout the week here as well. I try to get one or two definite videos out a week as I can, and usually it's about Fundrise or some other crowd-funded website, but we're looking at doing that, ground floor, some M1, some other kind of just brokerages, and just kind of showing everybody what you can do with your money and invest it a little better. So without further ado, we're just going to get back into this Fundrise acquisition. Again, Willow Springs, a single-family rental in Hazlet, Texas. Looks like they put in $2.1 million in the Fundrise Interval Fund, which is making up $1.89 million of that, and the Growth E-REIT 567 is 10% of that with $210,000 in there. So this is a nice little picture of the front of one of the buildings. You can see the map of where it's at. And I kind of did find this online, so I'm going to deep dive a little bit more into this development, just so you can kind of see the different kind of homes and the different kind of values that they put on this. So this is part of their Sun Belt, and they did just purchase this at the end of September. Let's see if we can get some pictures here. This is the interior with what the house looks like. It looks like the bottom floor looks like this is 2 floors. The back, it looks kind of pretty plain. And the front. And there's the kitchen with a nice wide refrigerator and a nice wide dishwasher. So, here we go. We're getting into the meat of this, just what Fundrise announced with this new acquisition. So they put roughly $2.1 million in to acquire 8 brand new single-family homes within the Willow Springs community of Hazlet, Texas. It's part of the greater Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington metropolitan area, about 25 minutes north of downtown Fort Worth, with plans to acquire a total of 128 rental homes in the community over roughly the next year and a half. And I'll get to the map of this soon enough so you can see kind of what the development looks like and where all these houses are. At a strategic level, this investment fits within our affordably priced Sun Belt apartment rental housing thesis. And if you've seen my other acquisition videos, you know what that is. It's just a lot of people have been migrating from the northern part of the country down into what they call the Sun Belt, which is a warmer climate area, especially over this past decade. So they've just had continued demand for well-priced, well-located real estate down in the Sun Belt area, just so they have, warmer winters, things like that. So they noticed in the second quarter that they believe that the trend has been further accelerated by a pandemic, the economy where remote work is becoming the norm, and more people they expect us to be working from home, being in cheaper housing, not having to live in the big cities, not having to worry about that compactness, things like that, having their own, half-acre, 1-acre lot that they can just kind of stay at work from home, not having to worry about commuting, anything like that. So, acquisition is made from a joint venture between both the Interval Fund, which I'm a part of. This is why I'm getting this kind of update. It shows here that they, invested that $1.89 million, and the Growth E-REIT, which is invested $210,000. And this is part of their value add, so moderate to high risk reward. They're looking at several months to a year. As you can see up here, they were looking at getting those 128 rental homes over roughly the next year and a half. So we're looking at a year and a half investment here into this property, just getting it up off the ground. And once they're all built, it's just income coming in every single month. And every month, you're looking at about 8 to 10 houses that are going to be coming online and getting leased. And that portfolio is just going to be building over the year and a half just from this property. So again, they're looking for growth with some income. So we're going to see some growth here. We're going to see some dividend income just coming in from the rental of these properties. Their business plan, they're acquiring brand new vacant homes in batches and leasing them up ourselves to assemble a stabilized community. we intend to get a better price and therefore a better potential return. They're buying 128 homes in one batch. Well, not one batch, but over time in a year and a half. So they're going to get a better deal on these homes instead of just buying them one off at a time. So they're getting the purchase to finished product at the end of this. Our initial investment at Willow Springs is an all-cash purchase of 8 finished homes within the community, which is still under construction. Our intent is to acquire and lease up additional batches of roughly 8 homes per month as they deliver, eventually taking ownership of all 128 of them in the community. This phased buying structure should result in more efficient deployment of investors' capital, as opposed to just holding the cash for several months and waiting for that entire community to be built. So what they're doing is they're just slowly putting money into this development instead of just paying all 128 homes at once and until they're finished, not being able to get that money back even as the months are coming in. They're able just to kind of strategically put that money in and just slowly roll that money into this development and slowly putting that money from the interval fund and the growth fund into this at that one time. So our intent with this and other investments in single-family rental income communities is to be a long-term investor, building a scaled portfolio that generates consistent rental income. That's just what I just said, while at the same time being positioned to capture what we believe to be outsized price appreciation thanks to a confluence of demographic factors, so demand across the Sun Belt, things like that. While the properties, of course, look different than multifamily apartments, the underlying investment thesis is ultimately very similar. It's just spread out on what I think I saw it was 158 acres or something like that. Instead of being in a small apartment complex, it's just sprawled out. It's the same exact thesis of having an apartment building. It's just a bigger area. So we've engaged with leading property management and single-family rental communities across the U.S. We expect the aggregate purchase price of all 120 homes will be about $40.4 million. While we acquired the homes in an all-cash transaction, we intend to use portfolio-level financing with the aim of increasing expected returns and freeing up cash to deploy elsewhere, which they've done in a lot of these other. If you check out my other videos, you'll see that there is equity and financing and other things going into those funds, into those properties, and you can notice that if you go back, check out some of my other videos in this series. So, Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington metro area, that's a really, really long thing to say. As a whole, continues to rank among the nation's fastest growing, adding 19% to its population since 2010, outpacing the nationwide increase of about 6% over the same period. So additionally, in 2020, Dallas area proved to be the second largest market in the country for Fortune 500 companies, based on revenue, only behind New York. They believe the privacy provided by the community's fully detached and individual homes will be particularly attractive to renters seeking out additional level of social distancing, or who simply just want more living space, as the norms of working shift. The deal is structured so as to allow us to acquire tranches of homes in regular batches throughout the year, directly from a nationally recognized home builder. Once our investment in 128 homes is complete, we'll have an added institutional quality asset of ready-to-rent homes in our portfolio, consisting entirely of brand new construction. So that's the main overview. So I did find this online. It looks like Ashton Woods is the builder of this development. And you can kind of see the picture cycle through of what the houses will look like on the inside. I think they look pretty modern, pretty, I hate to say rustic, Texas looking, but you get the idea. You get the wood and the everything on the walls, the nice stone. It is very much a more modern feel of what's going in houses today. So they're looking at Willow Springs, the new homes in Fort Worth. So this is where they're saying it's in Fort Worth. Plans from $344,000 to $426,000. So Fundrise is getting a deal on these, so they're paying a little less than that. So you're looking at the value of what they would be selling individually. So I would be interested to see exactly how much these houses are and which houses they're deciding to build and things like that. So Ashton Woods community, Willow Springs, perfectly placed upon 158 acres. There we go, 158 acres in northwest Fort Worth, Texas, Willow Springs is located approximately 1 mile north of all these other things here, the roads. In Northwest Independent School District, they're ranked top 15% of all school districts in Texas. So they're just trying to sell you on the schools. They'll enjoy convenience of attending Northwest ISD schools within a 3-mile radius for the community. New home product line designed with tomorrow's customers in mind, in addition to offering design offerings from the Ashton Woods collection. So they have their own collection of things. This new home community offers a unique opportunity for first-time, move-up, and all home buyers. So really, they should just say all home buyers who enjoy Ashton Woods' home design offering. Previously a golf course, of this new home community will reimagine the area with hike and bike trails, splash pad, cabana playground, and more. Meet the neighbors for a day at the splash pad and cabana. Bring the kids for a play date at the playground, or take your morning walks around the neighborhood at Willow Springs by Ashton Woods. You'll love the possibilities. So in this home community, they single family homes, 3 to 6 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths with 1 half bath. You're looking at 1,871 square feet all the way up to 3,165. 1 to 2 story buildings, 2 to 3 car garage, and it looks like they have 13 different home plans. Looks like they have an amenity center. So I'm sure you're going to be getting into an HOA if these would be bought houses, but you're going to be leasing, so it's all going to be part of the lease. Looks like there's going to be a splash park, which I think I saw a picture of this. That's looking like a pretty nice splash park, and it looks like they have that trail going all the way around the community, a little playground. So they talk about the school, the playground there, the bike trails, open spaces, and walking trails. So that's kind of cool. I looked at the pictures. There's not a whole lot to look at there, but they do go over the series of what they have. They have the 50s and the 80s. Just the different style that they're going through here. And you can kind of see the difference in breakdown, 343 to 405 and 371 to 487. So, the 80s is a little bit higher priced than what you would see. And I think we can just look at a couple pictures here. This is the 50s collection. Pretty much what we were seeing on that initial slide deck. And the 80s collection with that nice stone and a little bit different of a style. Nice windows views, that's for sure. And that mirror, wow, that's like a fisheye mirror. So you get the idea. So they have 13 different floor plans. You can see here the Coleman, the Bowie, the Knox, the Crockett, a lot of Texas names. Jackson, Grayson, so the Lampazos, I hope I said that right, the Caldwell. So they have a couple different styles here, different floor plans. And I'm not going to go through them all because I know that's kind of boring to go through. So you can kind of just go through and see, they have their collections here. This is the Rockwell, the Artisan, the Timeless, the Lux, the Roosevelt. It looks like they have a whole bunch: industrial, harmony, minimalist. So whatever your heart's content when you're building a house like this, you can go from there. And this is the Willow Springs community. If you look at this is the same kind of overview map that we saw on the Fundrise side, but this is a little bit more detailed. We can actually zoom in and we can see, these houses were sold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 13 houses were sold. They have these quick move-in houses that are kind of getting ready. Available home sites now. Model home on there, and then these are all the future home sites here currently that they're getting ready to roll out. And this is the whole community. So all 158 acres of it, 128 homes I'm guessing will approximately soon be on here. It's a big area. It is a big area and a lot of entrances, which is great for the community. I'm glad that they're going to have like a splash pad. Doesn't look like a pool, but they're going to have a splash pad there. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of the pricing, the overall aesthetic of the buildings and things like that? It looks like a pretty cool place. I'm not sure about the price, but I'm not from that area, so I don't know if that's comparable. I'd have to look that up. Looks like they're well within a couple different schools. And it looks like that's that. Oh, I did see they did show what some of the amenities were here. They do have a 6-panel fiberglass front door, 2-panel flat top hollow core interior doors. Let's see, ceramic tile flooring with utility room and all baths. Looks like they come pre-wired with 2 Cat 6 TV data locations, which is nice, especially for people that are using Roku's or Apple TVs or anything like that. Amazon Fire Sticks, anything, or the Amazon Fire TVs that that you can just direct plug in, even for like an Xbox, PS4, PS5, whatever. Looks like you got quick satin nickel hardware for your doors. 30-inch composite panels. Let's see, pre-wire for one wireless access point in the home, so you can just put it right up on the ceiling. Smart home package with a brilliant 2-gang panel and 1-ring doorbell, so you at least have that already built in place. Let's see, 3 1/4-inch baseboards throughout the home. Stained oak handrail. Pre-wired for ceiling fans at family room, bedrooms, and game room per the plan. I want a game room. Garage is taped, bedded, and pointed. Let's see, Glacier lighting package, 10-year structural warranty, that's good. Third-party inspections. Let's see, dramatic interiors. Whirlpool stainless steel appliance package. Whirlpool makes really nice appliances. A 30-inch smooth top range, built-in dishwasher, microwave, and over-the-range micro hood. Granite countertops in the kitchen with 4-inch granite backsplash. Stainless steel undermount sink. We love. My wife has one of those stainless steel apron sinks. She loves it. This is a little different, but she just loves the apron sink, and she had to have stainless steel. LED disc lighting, luxury vinyl plank flooring, family area. It looks like an optional attractive 36-inch fireplace with tile surround. Flush mount LED disc lighting, again pre-wired for ceiling fan. Primary suite, I'm guessing that's the master bedroom. Engineered marble countertops with 4-inch backsplash and white ceramic drop-in bowl per the plan. Mo Chateau 4-inch chrome plumbing features, that's cool. Shower with tile surround, clear glass, and satin nickel frame. Elongated commode. Optional tub with tile splash per the plan. Powder and or secondary baths. Secondary bath with white tub and surround. Not really Vicryl. I think that's Vicryl. Elongated commodes in all baths. That's great. Ceramic tile flooring. Striking exteriors. Automated sprinkling system. Fully padded front, side, and backyards, full landscape package, full guttering. I would hope you have full guttering. 32-panel steel garage door, 6-foot pre-stained cedar fence with metal post per home site. I think I saw a picture somewhere where it's like all fenced, and I'm like, it's suburbia for you. But you get that fencing, that's great. You can have your dog back there. You can, animals. Your kid's not running into everybody's yard. Engineered subfloor system, 30-year dimensional shingles for your roof. That's great. Brick exteriors and or stone per the plan. Precast address block, so you get this nice little address block right outside the front door, or maybe out on like your post box. Depends on your style, I'm guessing. 2 hose bibs, sorry. And it looks like your energy efficiency, you got R15 or R19, and R22 and R38 insulation in the attic. Poly-sealed insulation treatment at all doors, windows, openings, plates, and mechanical. And that's really big down in Texas where you got all that heat. We have it up here a lot for the cold, just to keep the heat in during the winter. And we do have warm summers up here in the Northeast. So it does allow us to keep cold too. You never want to mess around with insulation. You want to get the best kind that you can for your building, best price, everything. Just because heat and cooling is no joke. It costs a lot of money to heat and cool a house, and just investing in that is huge. So, what do you guys think of this Willow Springs? Do you think it's a really good investment for Fundrise and the Interval Fund and this growthy REIT? It's looking pretty good. I think once they start leasing it all up, we're going to start seeing that come into play. They just started, so we won't see that huge yet. But again, as we saw by the quarter three, if you look at my past videos, this quarter three update that we had was huge, and a lot of these apartments and single rental houses really played a huge effect to the pricing of our funds by a dollar quarter for each share. So what do you guys think? Like, yes, no? If somebody lives near here and can kind of give us some details on this area, please make sure to put that in the comments below. If you have any questions, again, please put something down below. If you like this, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, take care.